You're watching New Car Spin. I'm your host, Brian, and this is the 5th gen Jeep Grand Cherokee L, standing for long wheelbase. It is all new. It has been completely updated. So let me just give you a few facts and tidbits, because this is our first drive of this Jeep. They've done a lot of updates to it. It's completely new. And the first thing to note is that it has 2 feet of water fording depth. If we walk around, this one obviously is the Summit, so it has the air suspension, an available V8, and all the features that you want. But the most important part, because of the L designation, is that it has a 3rd row, and that is the big deal here. So we now have a 3-row Jeep Grand Cherokee. Check that out. So inside we have the ability to drop all the seats. Very roomy in there. And the interior actually comes with captain's chairs as standard for the 2nd row. So let's go ahead and get inside and take it for a spin around the block. Let's see what we can do. Let me close this trunk here. All right, let's jump in. Now, what I really love about the Summit is the upgraded interior, the excellent open pore wood, the diamond pattern stitching. Everything about this is upscale. Let me show you some things here that they've done with the instrument cluster. Obviously, we've got an updated Uconnect system, 10.1-inch system, and an electronic parking brake as well. So this is a fully modern car, but the most important thing in my mind is right there, the Macintosh stereo. That baby puts out some power. And we have the typical panoramic sunroof, and pretty much everything in here now is what you get in most of the modern 3-row SUVs you can get. So today we're driving the V6, and we're just going to put it into drive, and we are going to go around the block. Let me turn the fan speed down here. Now, in general, Jeep's always had the smoothest, torquiest ride, and I've never been in a Jeep I didn't like, so I have high expectations for this one. They've talked a lot about the massage seats, the heated and cooled seats, and all the different features that are available. And I think overall, they set the benchmark for luxury SUVs. So they talked to me today about this virtual recirculating ball steering front end suspension system. They're working really hard to keep the contact patch and the vehicle flat on the road. And you know, I've never really understood why they've been talking about that, because it's never really been a problem for Jeep. I'm really more into the ride quality, and this has it because of the air suspension. And you can see here we have different terrain select, and on the all Jeep Grand Cherokee L line, you're going to have 3 options for 4-wheel drive systems. Quadra-Track 1, Quadra-Track 2, which has 4-wheel low, and then Quadra-Drive, which has an electronically limited slip differential. So you have a lot of features in here that you would typically see in a Jeep Grand Cherokee. And then we have wireless charging, USB-C ports, and of course all of this tech here. I can see some carryover from the work that they've done for their multi-award-winning Ram trucks. So we have parking sensors, we've got self-park option. By the way, this does have the available level 2 plus highway autonomous driving capability. So I'm looking forward to taking a road trip in one of these. This is a first drive, so it's not necessarily the full review here. I'm just giving you guys a taste of what you can do in the Jeep, and so far so good. I want to thank my camera guy, my nameless camera guy. Yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that like button to thank the camera guy for joining us along today. Right now we're just going to go through a quick drive. Road noise is minimal. I'm still trying to figure out all the buttons. It is nice to get into a vehicle that has completely new technology and to figure out how to get around without having to read a manual or spend too much time over analyzing everything. So hopefully when I get this for a week, we can take it to Austin or maybe just Waco. I don't know. It depends on what we're gonna do. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, go ahead and show them the back. So there's a center console, and I'm not sure if that's standard with the standard captain's chairs, but you can get an optional bench seat. And trying to figure out what else you can get. As the Summit trim, this has the upgraded leather and everything. So there is another version called the Overland that I saw today, and it's definitely more trail-like, it's more off-road-like, but most of Texas is privately owned, so you're not likely to go do too much off-roading here in Dallas. The Summit is more or less, well, it is the yuppie mobile, it is the way to go. So I'm trying to figure out, how many miles of stitching are in this car and how many hours of additional time they put into stuff like this fully leather dash, which looks excellent. And I don't think I have prices unless we can sneak open this glove box. Do you have enough room there, camera guy? Oh, there is a window sticker. Let's show them that. The Summit Reserve 4x4. See if you can just put the camera right in on that and get everyone everything they need to see. So I guess it is available starting today. It's available now. I'm not sure how the chip shortage impacts the fleet, but they are trying to get cars out, because obviously if they don't make cars, they're not making money. So this to me is riding like a Jeep, but on these rough concrete roads, I can feel the air suspension working to level everything out. And these roads are pretty much a good test platform for seeing how smooth the suspension is. And even under this braking, there's hardly any front end dive when you put your foot on the brake. So the air suspension's definitely keeping things level. Let's go on back to the country club. The V6 sounds sporty. It doesn't feel sporty. I would definitely say get the V8. That's just my take. And there might be a hybrid version later, but you didn't hear that from me. You can't quote me on that either. What else do we have here? Lane keeping assist. These tiny air vents are driving me crazy because I don't feel any air coming out of them. Let's put it in auto mode. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Say anything about this?
Let's see. We have a control for the trunk, open and close. All the sunroof controls. Let's go ahead and close it. Oh, someone left the sunroof open. We have it's a suede headliner, just like in the other previous gen Summits. They've just really upped the design. I don't feel as tight as I did in the previous gen. Previous gen seemed to have a little bit more of a close feeling. The seats in here are definitely firmer than in the previous gen. And then the air suspension seems to have more modes. It's down here if you want to show this, camera guy. So we can raise, but we don't necessarily have drive modes that I can see, other than the terrain response system. So we have four-wheel low, that's button activated, and everything seems laid out pretty well. I mean, if you were asking me to find something, I could probably find it within 5 seconds, which is good to know, unlike some off-road vehicles these days. What else is there? Steering feels good, and I can't wait to try out that Macintosh system. I'd love to demonstrate it for you. However, YouTube loves to copyright flag all the songs on videos, so you'll just have to go to the dealer and try it out yourself. I'd imagine with the latest in technology, the Bluetooth pairing works, and USB, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto, all that would work quite well. So what else do we have? This is a 2021, and obviously last year's events delayed the launch of this vehicle somewhat. So it's great to be able to get into the driver's seat right now and check it out. Did we just pass the entrance to the country club? Or is it right here?
It's right here.
Yeah. Cool, here we are. No.
Yeah, we passed it.
We passed it.
We'll edit that out. Just want to
So-
show how nice it looks driving through a great neighborhood in your great car.
Yeah, this is obviously the native territory for them Jeeps. Let's see how we get back to where we were. So,
You can go left and you can get left back in.
let's see, how does this work? Okay, so we're gonna hit the map. There we go. Oh, there's no way out of here. We'd have to go turn around. So this is how you get lost. What do we do? Make a U-turn? Let's see how tight the turning radius is on the long wheelbase. Oh, look at that.
Tight.
Even on the long wheelbase. Can you show that on camera? Yeah. Right on.
Nice.
Good stuff. So it does have a third row. I'm not sure if the third row is like an option, but even through the corner here, with that air suspension, I highly recommend. Essentially, it feels bigger. It's definitely more enjoyable. I used to own a 2019 Durango RT, and the Durango was a little bit more pedestrian than the Jeep. But the Jeep Grand Cherokee, previous generation, and the Durango were made on the same assembly line. So essentially the Durango was the stretched version, slightly different version of a Grand Cherokee, but now this is completely different on its own assembly line. And rumor has it that they're built on the same platform as the Ram 1500 truck, but it doesn't feel like a truck. So,
Working at V6.
It is, yeah. The V6 is definitely working pretty hard. I'm used to a V8. We should make a
Now you're gonna go left.
left or a right. Country club is here or here? I think there are two country clubs.
Glen Eagle.
Willow Bend. Is it this?
Could be. That says WBC.
No, that's not it. It's that side over there.
Interesting. Turn around.
Totally distracted by the interior.
How awesome this vehicle is.
Yes. That could be it. That looks like it. That's it. We found it. Brakes feel really good too. I'm sure that when they come out with the normal wheelbase version of this, they will have the Trackhawk and other types of styles, trims, things like that. So definitely stay tuned for more, especially road trip style videos. And thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Definitely thank the camera guy today by hitting that like button. Yeah. And in the meantime, well, that's it. The Jeep Grand Cherokee L Summit Special Edition something or other. How much was it?
64.
Whoa, not bad. Not bad. My Durango was 55. So this is a much better interior for that kind of money. Thanks for watching. See ya.